Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader, and I have a message for Taurus today. This is guidance channeled from Spirit, from the other side, and it has information about the energy around you this week, as well as some spiritual advice on how to navigate through this. So, really interesting stuff. As a fellow Taurus, I'm actually pretty excited about this reading, so yay. We've got the Chariot for the energy around you this week. So this is kind of the universe pushing you forward, pushing you onward to the next step. And it's kind of like there's no holding back now. You're just being moved. And there's a laser focus on the direction you're going, even if you don't understand it. There's a laser focus on this direction. Now, you've got the Ace of Swords for how you feel about it. So there's a sense of renewal here, that you've made a decision, that you're going to make a decision that is in line with this pushing forward that you feel. And you also feel like you have a clearer idea of where the future is going. But this is the beginning. This is just the start of the belief. We still have to go through the implementation. But the next stage on this journey for you this week is going to be mental. It's not necessarily physically doing anything. And we see that especially here, lots of sword cards, not bad. But we've got the Four of Cups going into the Ten of Swords. And then on the other side, leaving that is the Six of Swords. So this is the ending of... It's not the ending of emotions, but it's the end of wallowing in that self-pity, wallowing in that, I don't like to say narcissism because that gets such a bad rap, but you know, we all have narcissistic tendencies where we only want to look at what's going on with ourselves. That's what I mean by narcissism. We only want to look at what's going on with ourselves, and we're only concerned with how that affects us emotionally. And we finally get to a point where we're like, done. You know, I'm done getting lost in my feeling sorry for myself, my self-pity. I'm done with having such a narrow vision that I'm not seeing what's out around me. I'm done with that. And so you make that decision to be done, and then because of the Six of Swords, we have you moving on and healing from it. So whatever hurts you were kind of nursing here, you know, like a lion licking their wounds or something, whatever hurts that you were doing or revisiting, they're done. And so you've made that decision, and now it's time for you to move on. Now, what's interesting is that the Chariot wants to push you quickly, but the Six of Swords moves a bit slower. So if I can say anything to you, Taurus is not generally a fast-moving sign, but see if you can align yourself even more with this push from the universe, because the reluctance to let go, the reluctance to move on, the reluctance to stop this pattern of behavior where you just wallow in your emotions, when you get yourself stuck and you can't move, that is something that you need to let go of. So your progress will be much faster the quicker you let go of all of that self-wallowing, all of that self, I just keep saying self. Because it's like feeling sorry for yourself. It's when your emotions get the best of you and you're just kind of stuck and lost and I'm alone and there's nobody else around. So, this message is so short, but it's really short and sweet. The quicker you can be done with that emotional wallowing, the quicker you're going to move on, and the quicker you're going to see your plan come into action, because you have been asking for this push from the universe for a long time. But it's kind of like the car is a little bit slow to start. It's going to start moving, but it's a little bit, it doesn't turn on right away. It's kind of, and then it goes. So if you've got questions about that, please reach out in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And it would also mean a lot if you could like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It really does help to support this endeavor of getting more positive energy out into the world. So I believe that's it. I also wanted to invite you to check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com. I've got a lot of new offerings, starting some new programs, and I'd love you to be a part of that if that calls to you. So I'll see you next time, and have a great week.